Good morning, my beautiful soul followers. Hope everyone's having an amazing Sunday morning. Peaceful, filled with coffee or your preferred drink. This is my vice. This is a vice. But this morning I was sitting and just playing with my cats and catch up on some emails, and I was just really sitting and pondering the last few weeks of client appointments and consultations. So many of you know I have a November special going on for free consults, and whenever I do this and get in this kind of like, I'm going to do free consults to help people out kind of mode, it's interesting who comes to me. Oftentimes I get a lot of people who know very little about Tantra, or the Tantra that they know is one very specific type of Tantra. And it is always interesting, and that is part of the reason I went to more orgasmic frequency as my labeling, because a lot of people think that Tantra is, excuse my language, but kind of a rub and tug. They think that it is just this sensual massage. They think it has to include the yoni or the lingam massage, and that is Tantra. That is Tantra. And many practitioners practice that way. Hold on, I'm going to move my camera just a little. It's doing something funky on my end. Make it reset up for you guys. It was like glaring. Anyway, so many practitioners practice that way, and that is a piece of Tantra. And so I'm not saying that isn't Tantra. But what I want to really share with you guys today is that Tantra is everything. Tantra is everything. And a lot of times I get people who think Tantra is only this love and light perspective. We have to only be in our energy. And I call bullshit on that. I call complete bullshit on that. So let me explain a little bit more. We are already tantric. I don't have to teach you to be tantric. I have to guide you in dropping into that, to notice that, to get present with that, to embody that more. But from the time we were very, very little, we are tantric. Now, the world will really talk us out of that. They will say that your emotions aren't okay, so we shove those down. Dancing and being free-flowing, that's not okay, so we shut that down. Our sexuality a lot of times isn't okay, or it's only okay in certain ways, so we shut that down. Tantra is everything. Tantra is how I drink this coffee. Tantra is me brushing my hair in the morning. By the way, how's everyone liking the new red? I'm not sure what I think of it, but it is definitely new and a change. But that is Tantra. My emotions are tantric. My energy is tantric. My sensation is tantric. My connection with others in my life is tantric. But guess what? It's not always positive. Sometimes if I'm freaking angry and I'm raging, guess what? That's Tantra. And to sit and feel into that and go, wow, I'm angry. Wow, I have anger in my body. How can I express this? How can I move through this? What is being triggered? That is Tantra too. It is not all just love and light and fluid and cuddles. Like, that is a piece of it too, because we don't get enough love and we don't get enough touch. And we do not explore sexuality a lot of times enough in a depth way. We do it in the surface way, social way, but a lot of times we don't go into the depths of our sensuality or our sexuality. But none of these perspectives is Tantra. Tantra is everything. I remember specifically sitting with somebody in a session once, and then also I had done a workshop a couple years back, and I had a lot of resistance because it was like, well, that anger, screaming isn't tantric. And I'm like, no, screaming is incredibly tantric. Crying is incredibly tantric. Being where you are when you're there is tantric. Allowing our bodies to release. That is Tantra. And a lot of pieces that get missed when we're talking about Tantra is our mind. we like to talk, we get into the spiritual community, we like to talk a lot about the energy of things, and that's beautiful. I love orgasmic frequency. I love energy. I love working with people's energy. It's orgasmic to me. I love working with the sexuality and the sensuality, but guess what? To be a whole human, to weave together all the parts of us, it's mind, body, and spirit. Mind. We have to look at our beliefs. We have to look at our thoughts. We have to look at where we're skewing things in our mind, why we see certain aspects a certain way. And when we take that out, we're not being tantric. If we are just doing the physical body work, the physical aspects of touch and going and doing our energetic work, but we're not actually changing the energy of our thoughts, if we're not looking at our belief structures, and guess what? We're not being fully tantric. We are not truly integrating all parts of self. And guess what? The sexual parts of Tantra, the sensual touch, it is beautiful, and hands down, I absolutely love that aspect of Tantra. It is actually exactly what I needed when I first became a Tantric practitioner. I had the thoughts, the processing of thoughts. I was a therapist for years. I had that down. I could think myself out of anything. I could think all the way around. Plus, I'm a Virgo. And a lot of my clients can go there. They've already done their inner work. So a lot of them do need the energetic. But we have to make sure that we're balancing it all out. And to know that it's not just about the sexual. Tantra is not sex. Tantra is sex, and it is not sex. It's all aspects of our lives. Because like I say in my tagline, how we sex is how we live. How we live is how we sex. How you eat is how you sex. How you drink your coffee is how you sex. So Tantra really is looking at all aspects of yourself. And so if you're struggling in your sexuality, start looking at other areas of your life too. Are you doing the mental processing? Are you touching your physical body? Are you getting the physical body engaged to release? Are you doing your energetic work to move your blockages in your body? To move those blockages in your body. And also, while we can do that ourselves, I move energy every single day within myself. I am constantly trying to move that energy, but guess what? When I go and get an energy work session, oftentimes it is helpful when somebody else can help move your energy. So whether that's with a practitioner or whether you have somebody in your life that can move that energy, sometimes it is helpful to get other people involved to help that flow of energy and to see really those dynamics, because relationship dynamics are also incredibly tantric. So I think today I really just wanted to clarify the fact that everything really is tantric. And that if you're going, oh, well, I'm stuck in my head, guess what? That's part of Tantra too, is getting out of your brain, but also recognizing you have thoughts and those belief structures do impact your body. They impact every aspect of your life. And guess what? Your energy is impacted by your thoughts. And your energy impacts those in your life. It's realizing that there is this weaving process that happens. And so if you want to explore Tantra, then yes, explore the sexual aspect, because it's beautiful and it's fun and it's orgasmic, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes I've done some straight up sexual tantric work, and it's not been orgasmic. It's been like, oh wow, this is bringing shit up in me. This is bringing up my emotions. This is bringing up anger and resentment or trauma. Guess what? That's beautiful too. So do the sexual aspects, do the sexual practices, engage that sexuality, use that sensuality and that sexuality to drive your life. But don't forget about the rest. Don't forget about the other pieces of what makes you a whole person. Because if you want to live by a tantric life, a purposeful tantric life, because Tantra is everything. if you want to live a purposeful tantric life, start looking at mind, body, spirit. And look at your sex as a teaching tool. And your life as a teaching tool for your sex. So, I would love to hear y'all's perspective. I just threw out my Texas y'all. I would love to hear you guys share on your experience of Tantra. Because guess what? Every practitioner practices a little bit different. And it's so incredibly beautiful. I love hearing about other practitioners' practices because we all get to the same spot, but from different just angles and perspectives. And it can be so amazing to hear and see other people's way of doing it and how it has impacted you, because everyone needs something a little bit different when it comes to tantric work. So I'd love to hear your thoughts below in the comments. Like, share, help me get this message out there, because I think it is an important message, because we have this view on what Tantra is, and it actually hurts my heart when I get somebody in here as a client or a new consult, and they're like, well, no, Tantra is just kind of like this rub and tug, like you go, you get massage, and then they get you off, and yeah, that's Tantra. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not Tantra. That's not Tantra. That is a happy ending massage. That is not Tantra. And so I think this is an important message for everyone to hear and to really hopefully implement in your own life. All right, guys. Again, I have a November special. If you want to work with me, have ever thought of that in the past, and I'm offering free consults, whether that's online or in person, just for the next few weeks, and then we're back to December pricing. So, all right, guys. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed.